Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Talal Khan from Wakand. My topic is partition of India and Pakistan. In August 1947, the British left India after more than 300 years. British India was partitioned into two independent nation states, India and Pakistan. India was to remain secular with a Hindu majority and Pakistan was to have a Muslim majority. This is the story of how two countries were carved up in haste by British colonists and how this leads to. This is one of the largest human migration in history. As estimated 15 million people were uprooted as Muslims began trekking to East and West Pakistan, while Hindu and Sikhs went the other way, and between 1 and 2 million people lost their lives due to large-scale religion, violence, tribulation, and diseases. More than 75,000 women were raped or abducted. But how did this religion hurted spark so much violence? To understand this, we have to look at British rule of India. Tension between Hindus and Muslims did exist before the British Raj was established. But how many Muslim, Hindus and Sikhs also coexisted peacefully? When the British came to rule, they used a now infamous strategy of called divide and rule. How did this lead to the country being partitioned? Indians had long wanted independence from repressive British rule. During World War I, Britain introduced the Defence Act of India, which gave them indiscriminate power to lock people up without trial and restrict freedom of speech and movement. In 1990, British soldiers massacred unarmed Sikh men, women, and children who had gathered to celebrate the Sikh New Year in Jallianwala Bagh. Some say that massacre marked the beginning of resistance against colonial governance. But to understand how and why the country was partitioned, we also need to understand the political player at the time. This is the Jawaharlal Nehru and Mahatma Gandhi. They were leader of the Congress, a Hindu-dominated secular political party, which spearheaded the independence movement. They wanted a united secular India. This is Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He was the leader of Muslim League. He also wanted independence and initially blocked Hindu-Muslim unity. But by the 14th, this changed and he wanted an independent state for Muslims. In 1939, Britain dragged India into World War II. Most Indians were not happy about it. Nehru and Gandhi refused to fight. They initiated the 1942 Quit India movement, a movement to have the British leave India entirely. That resulted in nationwide protest against British rule. In 1943, famine hit Bengal. Up to 3 million people lost their lives, and many Indians believed that the famine was caused by colonial exploitation. At the end of World War II, Britain was cash-strapped. They realized they could not afford to rule India much longer. The British PM announced that India would against its independence no later than July 1948, March 1947, but all that changed when a new viceroy to India and minor Royal Lord Louis Mountbatten was appointed in March 1947. His job was to resolve the issue of partition by negotiating between Nehru and Jinnah and try to get Britain out of the country as soon as possible. In June 1947, he made a stock announcement the country would be partitioned. India would be independent by August 1947, almost a whole year earlier than intended. But who would divide the Indian Empire? This is the Sir Ratcliffe. He was the Britain's lawyer tasked with breaking up India by taking into consideration religion difference and railways and canals. He had never travelled to anywhere east of before he was flown to India and gave 36 days to carve up the map of South Asia. Radcliffe drew the line which cut the state of Bengal and Punjab into two. He did not award the princely state of Kashmir to neither country. He later admitted that he had relied on outdated maps and consensus. After the partition, many of the victims were manipulated and they had breasts cut off. Pregnant women attacked by nobs had their bellies cut out of them. Even children were not spared. Some women were killed by their own father and brothers so they would not be captured. Other women committed suicide by throwing themselves into well to avoid repetition and preserve their honor. Homes and business were looted and burned down. More than 7 decades later, more than 1.6 billion people still live in the shadow of partition. Thank you so much.